Irving on a switch. He's got Grant. Irving. Oh, no. Oh, yes!
He goes right through, attacks the rim. He makes everything look so easy because when he has the ball in his hands alive.
Do you think it's possible to make the claim that Kyrie Irving is the best player in the NBA? A 6-time All-Star and 2-time member of the All-NBA team, Kyrie won an NBA championship with the Cavaliers in 2016. A lot of people have comments about Kyrie. Here's what some NBA players think of Kyrie Irving. By the way, make sure to click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all of our engaging videos, and use that trigger finger by smashing the like button. Now, let's get into it. An anonymous Celtics player. In 2019, an anonymous member of the Boston Celtics said it's hard to play with the point guard Kyrie Irving. Jeff Goodman of Stadium wrote an article that described Irving as a chemistry killer with no semblance of leadership qualities who would call out his younger teammates publicly and even do the same with his coach. Everyone respects his talent, but he's hard to play with, the Celtics player told Goodman. It's all about him. Boston entered the season with championship aspirations. Irving and Gordon Hayward were set to return from injuries to bolster a roster that reached the Eastern Conference Finals in 2018, thanks to marked improvement from Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Meanwhile, Irving was transparent about having a hard time serving as the top dog on a team expected to make a deep postseason run and potentially even win an NBA title. LeBron James. LeBron James made headlines on December 2020 when he finally responded to former teammate Kyrie Irving's dig from a couple of months ago. On an appearance on the new Nets running mate Kevin Durant's podcast in October, Irving remarked that this was the first time he was playing with a star who can be a closer down to the stretch. Quote, "One thing I've always been comfortable with. I felt like I was the best option on every team I played for down to the stretch," Irving said. "This is the first time in my career I've looked down and be like, that mother effer can make that shot too. And I'll probably do it a lot easier. It's not so much deferring, because in past situations where I didn't take the shot, I felt guilty. I want this game-winning shot, but also you want to trust your teammates. Not that I didn't trust my teammates, but I felt like I was the best option." James responded to the perceived slight, admitting he was hurt by Irving's words. Since LeBron's comments went public, there's been plenty of reaction and opinion sharing coming in through the sports world. Kevin Durant. Kyrie Irving missed his 3rd straight game due to personal reasons. Prior to their loss against the Oklahoma City Thunder, post-game, a couple of reporters asked Kevin Durant about his friend. KD firmly but respectfully declined to comment, but provided some insight into the depth of the issue that's keeping him from playing. Durant said he didn't want to speak for his teammate. He'd rather have the Nets point guard do that himself when the time is right. Quote, "I won't speak on Kyrie. I'll let him do that for himself," Durant said. "I'm sure you guys will see him soon whenever he comes back, and we support him 100% and pray for the best." It's worth noting that the Nets are now calling Irving's absence a personal leave, which would seem to suggest some sort of agreement between the team and the player on his absence. Like Durant, Steve Nash told the Nets media that we will hear from the 28-year-old point guard at some point. Quote, "Kai is still on personal leave, and all the communication with Kai between the organization I'm going to keep private," explained Nash. "I'm sure you'll hear from him at some point." Tristan Thompson. Kyrie Irving and Tristan Thompson entered the NBA together in 2011 and proceeded to spend 6 seasons as teammates on the Cleveland Cavaliers. As a result, the two have gotten to know each other through the years. Following multiple reports criticizing Irving's demeanor and the effect it has on his teammates, Thompson had a little fun with the situation. Quote, "He's a piece of shit. No, I'm joking," Thompson told The Athletic's Joe Verdon for an article in the aftermath of a game between Irving's Brooklyn Nets and his former team, the Boston Celtics. The Celtics won 121-110, and Irving's replacement in Boston, Kemba Walker, scored 39 points while Irving sat out with a shoulder injury. After cracking that joke, Thompson went on to reveal that he remains friends with Irving even after the guard forced his way out of Cleveland in 2017. Quote, "I see him in the summertime," Thompson added to Varden. "We hang out, have some tequila. We're still close, even still today. Me and him are brothers beyond basketball and still are today. Do I wish he was still here? Of course. I'd be lying if I told you I didn't. He's Kyrie Irving, one of the top 10 players in our league." Irving and Thompson were part of a Cavs squad that reached 3 consecutive NBA Finals from 2015 to 2017, winning the franchise's first ever championship in 2016. Kevin Love. After Kyrie Irving appeared to call the media pawns, who were not worth his attention in a post on his Instagram story, his former teammate Kevin Love reacted. "I'm thankful that we're all working. You guys are all working. I think that goes without saying right now. I love this game. We've been able to pull this off. We're still able to do this, Love told reporters. I'm sorry I'm getting deep with this like Kyrie does, but at the end of the day, I just feel like every man, every woman is my superior, and that I can learn with them. That's just how my curiosity really works, and I don't have fear with that. I've talked about not having prejudice with that. I try to live by those words. That's how I feel. I think that calling anybody a pawn is a sure sign of disrespect. Irving issued his media blackout in which he indicated a social media post that he would not speak to Nets beat writers or other reporters. The NBA announced that it was fining both Irving and the Nets $25,000 for not speaking to the media on several occasions. Irving then doubled down on his blackout in his Instagram story. Charles Barkley. Kyrie Irving spoke with the New York media, addressing everything going on with him, even his pawns comment that seemed to be directed at all members of the media. Still, some aren't satisfied. Among those who are sick of Kyrie Irving is Hall of Fame forward turned TNT NBA analyst Charles Barkley, who laid into Brooklyn's point guard during an appearance on ESPN radio. Quote, "I'm not sure what he's doing. I don't like it," Barkley said. "You know, they don't pay you $40 million just to play basketball. Part of it is sitting down with you guys, sitting down with me and Kenny Smith and Ernie Johnson and Shaquille O'Neal, talking to New York reporters. Talking with the media is part of your professional obligation. And you can say what you want to say, but these guys today, they're different. I don't hate on them, but I'm not sure what point Kyrie is trying to make." Given the length of the rant, it's hard to imagine Irving could actually ever find a way to win Barkley over. The Hall of Famer seems pretty upset. Stephen Curry. It's one thing to be modest and say it was all luck, but it's another when it's a bit of a dig at someone else, especially if you play for the Warriors. But that's what happened when Kyrie Irving took a few moments to talk to the media following the Dubs' 115-111 win over the Celtics. Quote, "They had poise, but they also got pretty lucky too," Irving told NBC Sports Boston. Okay, Stephen Curry caught wind of the comments after the game, and his reaction was just about what you would expect. Quote, "He said we got lucky? I don't know what that means." The game was not an easy one by any means. 14 ties and 21 changes with the lead. And Warriors coach Steve Kerr became the fastest coach ever to reach 300 career wins. That's good, right? Call it luck if it makes you sleep better at night, but we're still unsure exactly what that means. What do you think of Kyrie Irving? Let us know in the comments section below. And hey, if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so we can continue giving you the best content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.